Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got another body cam. Today's body cam. The moment he realized he just killed his wife. It's an old man, too.
Oh, right. What happened?
Unless he ain't, like, dementia.
We'll see, man.
You know, you got some people who do develop, like, certain conditions as they get older. And it's kind of like they're not in control. They're not, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what they do with people like that. They do commit crimes, like heinous crimes like this, but like it's because due to health. Like, say for instance, dementia or anything else, and they're not actually trying, but it's because of. Do y'all put them in jail or do y'all put them in a healthcare facility to try to? You know what I'm saying? I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know anyone, so I can't speak on it.
Nah, I'm just saying. But hey, with that being said, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want the first part, you got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Like it with a thumbs up.
Hey, man. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
All right.
Let's get it.
This is 79-year-old Harold Seidenfaden. At face value, Harold looks like an elderly, innocent man.
79?
But when police arrive to his home in Houston County, Georgia, they discover something so terrifying they couldn't possibly believe that Harold was responsible. On the morning of February 7th, Houston County sheriffs would receive a disturbing 911 call from a frantic man claiming his neighbor had just shot his wife.
911, what's your emergency?
My neighbor, he just came up through my yard, all covered in blood. I guess what he's saying is he and his wife had a big argument, and he might have killed her.
Okay, what's the address, sir?
It's 2356 Elko Road.
All right, and do you know where he is right now?
Yeah, he just walked into my house. He's sitting in the kitchen.
Does he have any weapons on him?
Well, I found a knife, but she took it from him.
Quickly, police rushed to the homes, waking up the quiet community of Elko, Georgia. Officers had little to no information about what happened, so they would take extreme precautions and look at everyone on the scene as a potential suspect.
That's I got is a male named Bud, possibly about 80 years of age. His number was should be in the residence with the caller. The caller's ringing the neighbor. I'm not sure on the address where it occurred.
I don't think this is going to be the...
Come up here. What's going on, fella? Keep your hands up where I can see him.
Where's he at?
Where is he at?
He's in my house with my wife. He called me. He said, Nate, are you home? I said, yeah. He said, have you got a gun? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, bud, what you need? He said, I need you to shoot me. Me and Deb had it out. She left. But she gone. Yeah. I said, Brother Bud, I walk out to talk to him. Yeah. I walked out door and he's in the yard right here. Blood all over his shirt and everything. His hands.
Where does he live?
And the camper back there behind me.
Do you know, is he in the house right now?
Yeah. We're dealing with my wife. I mean, he's no Dave. He ain't got no weapon.
You're not going to get hurt, okay? Can you tell us what's going on? You okay? What's going on?
I was supposed to get operated on Monday. I've been operated on for a full year. Shoulder. I tore the shoulder out. That's where they. You don't have anything on this right here.
Where'd you get all the blood from?
My wife and me.
Where is she at?
She's down in the house. She's a good woman, but me and her, she wanted me to get operated on Monday, and I wanted to wait on it.
Okay.
I've been operated on.
Is she okay?
She's gone.
Wow.
This is the exact moment that officers realized the severity of the situation. It's hard to assume the worst when your suspect is as calm and brittle as Harold is. They had no idea he had just killed his own wife. And it's not until Harold reveals she's likely dead that the officers realize there's a dying body that needs immediate attention.
She's gone.
Cover her, cover him. Come on.
Why they ain't relate that to him over the... You know? That shit already know what they was...
Officers can never fully trust a witness or a suspect's claims. For all they know, someone could be hiding
True.
inside the trailer with a weapon.
True. That is true.
Oh,
It's a little, two of them, man.
a little.
Is it two of them?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, bro. He's 79. I wonder how old she is.
Come on, Dusty. Cover that baby.
That's so sad.
All over arguing about surgery.
With no idea as to where Deborah's body is, officers turn to Harold to give some insight to quicken their search.
Hey, ask her where she's at.
Where's she at in the camper?
She's in the back.
Back room? Supposed to be in the back room. How many rooms are in the camper?
Got it. The living room. There's a door that goes into the back room. 25.
Living room, then the door, then the back room?
Huh?
Which side? What side's the bedroom?
There's another door.
On the left?
Yeah. No, yeah, on the left. You look back in the back.
It's supposed to be living room, door to the left, then go to the back.
Nobody back there?
Nothing, brother.
Nothing.
Strangely, even with Harold's help, the body is nowhere to be found. This is concerning, and officers decide to resort to their next best option, searching the perimeter of the trailer.
You good in there? Where she's at?
On the bed?
On the back bed. She's under the blanket.
Could they just...
Yeah. And it's dark.
Yeah, he covered her up with a blanket.
The body.
Which just shows like a sign of remorse, right? Like the covering of the body. They said like I've heard like
Yeah, I've heard things.
analysis speak on that like the after effect. It's like an emotional thing when you cover them up because
Like a respect type
yeah,
of
because you
thing
can't
or
see them in that
something.
nature. You don't want to view them in that
Even
nature.
though you're the one, it was done by your hand. I don't know. Something. I've heard people talk about that. Yeah.
Body was lying in front of the officer the entire time, and by the time they discovered her, it was far too late. Deborah Seidenfaden was dead. Now that the hunt to potentially save Deborah was over, officers had to make sense of this disturbingly confusing situation. Why in the world did Harold kill his own wife? To make sense of everything, they decided to speak to Harold himself to better understand his side of the story.
But you ain't got no weapons or anything else on you, do you? You need any knives or anything? Hold on, don't. Okay. Just your phone? Yeah.
No.
Well, we didn't have exact on everything, so unfortunately we had to be safe, not sorry. And by us being safe, that actually keeps you safer.
Yeah. That prosthesis goes down into the bone. it broken out. Oh. And now, I can't. In the hospital for 2 days. Couldn't drink, had a bowel blocking. This leg got broken around. This even split the skin. I couldn't drink or eat.
Sound like he didn't want to go through the process anymore because of the pain. But at the end of the day, that still don't justify you taking somebody's life, especially your wife. Like, that's the last thing anybody probably would expect you to do is take your wife, the woman that's the main person that's been with you, that's gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? All because of a surgery.
14 days, they were. And the stupid doctor say, you're diabetic and your blood sugar's too low. I said I hadn't ate anything or drank anything. Hadn't ate anything or drank anything for 14 days. So my blood sugar's too low. They drink bleach.
When was that? When did you drink bleach? This morning?
Harold's story is tragic. The pain of his surgeries and health issues had ruined his life. The pressure was building from Deborah, pushing him to get another surgery and eventually...
Could the bleach also alter?
He probably did it after he did that, possibly.
Or what if he had done it before? Could it
I don't know.
affect the brain and the thought process?
That quick? Maybe not. You still in your right mind now to be able to relay all this information.
Yes,
so I don't know.
True that. I wish I had like know somebody because I'll be having a lot of questions after these. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Eventually, Harold snapped, taking Deborah's life instead of his own.
Ma'am, don't put anything on it right now just because of the blood. No. I understand that, but there's also other things going on. Okay.
Him being so fragile, I'm like, how?
His shoulder.
I checked it.
Just did break out. Prosthesis down in there.
He's on the front, okay?
That's sad,
Box.
man.
Got the knife and the pants in it. And that's his phone right there next to it.
Is there any way that somebody can make sure my wife gets covered up before they look at it? We're going to make sure everything's taken care of.
You know the another sad part? He want to be able to see her lay to rest. And another sad part is, I know sometimes in situations, like if you don't have, like, say for instance, he passed away in prison. If he don't have someone to come, they can't even be laid to rest beside each other. So if you don't have like kids or anybody that would want to bury him next, because you know most people, like when you marry, you at that old age with your spouse, you want to be laid to rest beside.
And I guess
spouse.
despite the situation, like kids will still want their parents to.
Because some people they really can't claim the prisoner just bury you in a prison grave, and so you know it's a lot of like I know what he did is so fucked up, but you sense to because they're old, they're elderly people. So it's like you still have a sense of care.
Yeah.
It doesn't justify anything.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But it's like, damn, bro, you know? And I understand him not wanting to go through the surgeries and pain. Because all elderly people are like that. Because like a lot of them, you got to treat elderly with care, like gentle care. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them, like they don't feel like they're being gently cared. Some people are more rough on them, you know?
Yeah, I'll stay with you. Bud, you're going to stay with me for a minute, okay? He's going to bring the car up to you. Make it a little bit easier.
I wonder how he was able to do it, because he barely can move around his own self.
You're going to have to slide. Put your other foot up there and then kind of push. Pull your left foot in.
You gotta. He fragile.
Oh,
while it's easy to feel bad for Harold, it's important to remember that he just brutally killed his own wife, and officers need to treat this as a homicide investigation. With this in mind, they turned to the 3 witnesses on scene, where they learned the dark life Harold had been living for the last year. They'd start with Harold's neighbor, the man who initially called 911.
The hell of a thing to wake up to on a Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I ain't been long got up. He called me. It's late. I said, yeah, you home? I said, yeah. He said, you got to go. I said, yeah, bro, what's going on? I need you to shoot it. No, but I didn't. I just like have the other people help my read. I try to kill me down there. Okay. I need somebody to do it for me. I said, but I can shoot.
Harold's neighbor mentioned his wife helped treat his wounds after the shooting, so they decided to speak with her next.
Hey, y'all hadn't tried to clean up anything or anything that... What did you clean up? Yeah. Right, but what did you clean up, though? I mean, in the house. Not him personally, in the house.
I set him in his chair, and I done everything in his chair.
Okay, so nothing else in the house? Okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
And I put the paper towels in that box.
Okay, all right.
We should go get the nails done and everything.
Yeah, just leave everything where it is now. That way the investigators can take pictures of everything.
They look natural.
Do they?
Her real name.
He had his hands like this.
Yeah, was he anywhere else in the house? How did he come in? The back door?
I was down there in the yard, highway, in the house.
And he just came straight through here? Did he go anywhere else in the house?
No.
All right, so he just came in here, sat down, and then...
He was in the kitchen. I heard you, come here, hurry. Walk around the corner. No, God, bud.
Okay, all right. So just to make sure, came in that door, walked straight over here, sat here until we got here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him just sit here.
Okay.
He said, did y'all call the police? He said, yes.
Okay.
I said, doesn't Mr. Collins tell me to do it?
All right, yeah, just don't mess with any of that. If you would, just stay out here or outside. It's fine. But that way they can go ahead and take pictures of everything, okay?
I'll go outside.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Out here or in there. That way they can get pictures of it. Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, in case there's any drops or anything, that way they can get pictures of it.
Lastly, officers speak to Harold's boss and owner of the property. He was at the scene before officers arrived and could help give further insight into what actually happened.
Oh,
Hey, how you doing?
Hey there.
you still working?
Yeah, we can't really say much. The one thing I can ask you, I understand you're the property owner, you have a right to be here, but this is an active crime scene, so we do need to keep everybody out.
Yeah,
so if
can
you
I go in the house?
No, the entire property is a crime scene right now. So we're still investigating.
Well, when he called me, he said, Nate, my aunt's husband, he said, where you at? I said, I'm just getting up. He said, can you come out here? I said, what's going on? He said, Bud just called me and told me to keep his wife. And he didn't have enough nerve to keep himself up halfway up the driveway because I treated him. I said, you better call 911. Yeah, that's right. Don't meet him up the driveway. First off, he messed up like in the house. Because because the other day he was talking kind of off his head, but not murder off his head.
Basically, I just stood there, but his spontaneous utterances where he couldn't take it anymore. She wanted him to have another surgery on his shoulder that he was supposed to have next week, and he didn't want to because of the pain and everything he's in. Apparently, that's his boss from the country club. Apparently, he's also got some heart issues as well that's been going on it. Yeah, he couldn't take it anymore and something else. Basically, it was just one of those, he had to do it to get away from her. Pretty much what it boiled down to.
She wanted to have surgery. She wanted to go ahead and have the surgery. And he didn't want to have the surgery.
Right.
While some officers stayed at the scene to secure it, others transported Harold to the local hospital for treatment of potential injuries and to collect evidence such as his clothing. An officer would stick by his side, and they would have one final chat about the disturbing events that just went down an hour ago.
I'm on the Springfield Court for a relay service. I'll have that down by the maximum call. Don't need it.
Do what, bud? Do what, man? Do what? They're working on getting you something that way you can use the bathroom. Yeah, we'll get that in just a second. They're gonna get you something to use the bathroom with, and then we'll get you out of that and get you clothes changed. Okay?
Are you hearing any voices? Are you hearing any voices? Anything like that? Right now?
Oh. You need to unplug this.
You hear me? Okay, not have any voices in your head.
Stay watch the ball thing. Before you start pulling stuff with you.
That was all officers could get out of Harold, and honestly, everything that was necessary to convict him. He was deemed competent to stand trial, and on November 23rd, Harold Seidenfaden was convicted of 2 counts of murder, 1 count of aggravated assault, and 1 count of possession of a firearm. He was given life in prison.
This is
Rest in peace to Deborah.
This was a sad one.
It was sad all around because she.
Damn.
I couldn't tell you the last name. It started S.
Yeah, I know it started as. Let's see if I can. But you said she was what?
I'm about to say she definitely didn't deserve it. Just because she wanted you to have a surgery or whatever the case may be. Like, I understand you didn't want to have the surgery like right now, or whatever. But maybe she could have called and seen how much longer possibly, that he could hold out, before having it, until he was ready or whatever the case may be. It's this an unfortunate situation. She was 60.
Ooh, so that's a 19-year gap.
Yeah.
So that had to be probably later on in life. And her being 60, she's gonna push the surgery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Way faster than he would. 79, he like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Her being 60, this happened back in 2001 as well.
2021.
I mean, why I say 2001? I meant 2021. I'm sorry, y'all. 2021 when it happened in February.
Yeah.
And then right around
and she probably just
Thanksgiving is when he was convicted on November 23rd. Yeah.
She probably thought, let's just go ahead and get it over with so you can go ahead and be going through the healing process.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But he said he's been dealing with it for a whole year. It's like on his end, he's tired of dealing with it. He's like I'm in all this pain. So I get the pain and agony aspect, not the murder. From his end, and not wanting to go through with the surgery. Elderly people was like, dang, So I get it, but it still don't get justified. You going to take somebody like you said what?
I said, oh yeah, not at all. But definitely rest in peace to Deborah though.
Yeah,
that's sad.
This is one of the most sad ones we have ever did, man. And my heart really goes out to the family. The community and everything, because also they are impacted by it. Facts. Especially that couple, because they have to, you know what I'm saying?
And it happened right behind y'all.
Yeah.
So. And
they probably had a good connection with them, and the wife and him.
Yeah.
And so, But hey, y'all spam us up, man. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are. We are.
Time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.